India is one of the most important market for Apple after China and US. India is home to almost 1.4 billion population and close to 800 million have mobile phones, but only 600 million have smartphones. So this means it is one of the most underpenetrated and high growth market for any smartphone vendor, and for Apple even more, because if you look at India, India is one of the mobile first markets. Every person who's connecting to internet is using mobile phone to connect. And now most of these hundreds of millions of users are buying their third or fourth smartphone. They're growing on the maturity curve on buying a more expensive phone. And post pandemic, we have seen the importance of the phone in our lives has increased for everything, right? From communicating with your loved ones to doing commerce on e-commerce platforms, buying everything, consuming content, and so forth. So India market is going through more of a premiumization trend where consumers are buying their third and fourth smartphone and are buying more and more expensive ones. So we have seen already Apple's market share jump from almost 2% before pandemic to almost 6% after pandemic. And now Apple actually, in terms of revenue share, is number one brand in India. So if you see the number of premium phones which are being shipped has almost doubled in 1 year. So this is a clear trend where India could be one of the bigger markets for Apple when it comes to selling iPhones. And beyond iPhones, once Apple gets everyone into their ecosystem, right? So Apple can cross-sell and upsell Apple Watch, AirPods, iPads, Apple services such as iCloud, Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, and so forth. So average revenue per user for Apple customer is potentially is very high. So for that, Apple needs to have a holistic experience where it can bring in the customers and upsell, cross-sell, and help understand the overall Apple experience and the Apple ecosystem. And that is why we have Apple launching their first flagship store in India, which is at BKC in Mumbai. And we'll see many of those launching throughout the decade. But this is the first store, which is very iconic. And Apple has made sure it is having the complete portfolio and complete services which can be showcased along with the products. And also the Genius Bar option where it can have high touch service to all of its consumers and make them like Apple brand more, and also bring in a lot of new users into the ecosystem by word of mouth. Thank you very much.